Okay, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hey everybody, and welcome to a cold winter night, but we're snug inside of the Adafruit factory. It's time for show and tell. It's me, Lady Ada. With me is Mr. Lady Ada. You're at the Adafruit factory. It's all nice and quiet. People have gone home to their snug beds, but we're still here, and we're going to check in with people from around the world. What are they crafting, making, 3D printing, sewing, soldering, etc., whatever they're building? Come on by. It's open and here till 7:50. And we're going to call on some Adafruit folks to see what they're up to. And then everybody else, come on by. It's open season for any kind of projects. So let's start off with Noe. You want to give us an update what you're up to?
Sure. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
All right. So this week we have a new guide that just launched like a couple hours ago, maybe. And we also have a video that launched like a couple minutes ago. These are NeoPixel goggles that are inspired by Watchmen. So these are really cool. The code is by Phil B, Paint Your Dragon, and the design is actually from Pedro and presented by me.
Presented.
So there's lots of different modes. We got a rotary encoder here, so you can change some things on this animation. We can also cycle through different ones by using the little click button. You can change the speed.
These are
cool. Hold it down, and we can go into this mode. We can change the colors. Maybe red's not our thing. Maybe we want to go green. Go back, and now we can look at different modes. This one shows you kind of like the pixel offset. So if you want to rearrange the pixels so that they're matched up and lined up, you can do that. A lot of nifty little modes and features that are added in here. Let me get out of this mode by holding it down so I can show you some other ones. This one's kind of neat. Just kind of has some random glowiness there. So there's lots to this. So definitely check out the Learn Guide. They're just 3D printed parts that are added onto our existing costume goggles. So you can wear it like that around your neck. And
guide live
here.
Yeah.
What was that?
The guide is live. So
the guide is live. So everybody can go build one.
Yes.
Check it out. The best part is it's written in CircuitPython. So it's easy to customize.
Nothing ever ends. Thank you for doing this. This all came together, and we only have one more episode of the series, so just in time.
I don't need Pedro. I got this head. My best friend.
All right.
Thanks,
guys.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right. Next up, let's check in with Kattni, who's also got some blow-ins.
I do. So last week I showed off just some NeoPixel strips and Circuit Playground Bluefruits with some animations happening. But we have gone ahead and made it super festive. So as you can see, this is not actually connected to anything. There is a battery attached to this. And in my other hand, I have the controller. And what happens is once they connect, the colors on this will light up and the colors will sync. And all you do is you turn this around to change the colors. It uses the accelerometer. You can press button A to change animations. There are 3. The first one is blink. The second one is comet. And the third one is sparkle.
Okay.
And let's say, you're super into red and that's your favorite color, but you don't want to sit here and hold this for the rest of your life. You can press button B and it will freeze the color. So you can move this around all you want and the color here stays the same. And the last one feature is for power conservation. If you feel the need to let your battery extend and you don't need the LEDs on, you can flip the switch and it turns them off. Flip it back, turns them back on. Notice that it is still frozen, which is excellent. It comes back up the same color it was. And then when you unfreeze the color, it jumps back to whatever color this is. And to do this, we wrote a new LED animations library, which is currently running. Oh my gosh, I can't figure out which way to go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Currently running behind me on a much lengthier strip. It has pulse, sparkle, comet, blink. Trying to think what else. We added a bunch of stuff to it. Check it out. It's all CircuitPython. And it makes doing LED animation super easy because you don't have to actually write all the code for it. All you do is call each animation and you give it some information and it does whatever you want it to do.
All right. This looks great. I love that you have an animations library. That's actually a common thing. People are like, oh, I just want to get started with some common animations. And I like that it's not just the rainbow swirl, which gives Philby an aneurysm because he's like, the same code is like I'm running everywhere. But you've gone and made it. I love the sparkle effect. It's got multiple colors. It's not just like one color. You can tell a little hue and variation in it. It looks really good.
Yeah, so that's what I've been up to, and there will be a guide out for that real soon. We're just getting through the last of the photos for it, and that will be ready to go.
All right. Also, thanks for wearing the same shirt I was wearing yesterday. Not
right? Yeah, no, it's
you had the same shirt from RA. These are such great shirts. They're so comfy.
They're fantastic.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Kattni. And everyone, stay tuned for that guide. It's being written as fast as she can blink.
Pretty much.
All right. Thank you. All right. Next up, hey, let's check in with Melissa. You also have some LEDs.
I do. I have this display on here. It's kind of hard to see because it's so bright, but it is a rotating star. It almost looks like a pulsing on the camera.
That's actually kind of cool. Just like a pulsing. You might have to put like a piece of paper in front of it or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's try that. It just diffuses it too much.
All right. Well, check out. We have a video on the blog.
Maybe that works better.
No.
Okay. Anyway, so what it's doing is it has an animated GIF, and it's decoding that and grabbing each of the frames on here, and then it's going ahead and playing the animated GIF on here, including like reading the delay and everything right out of the GIF file.
Okay, and that's a new guide page you have for the LED bonnet.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I have that as well as a scrolling marquee example in there.
All right. Blinking LEDs, stars, everything. It's happening. Yes, it's a Charlie Plex unit.
Exactly.
Derek asked. All right. Well, thanks, Melissa. And stay tuned. More LED art coming from Melissa very soon. As always, mistress of Blinky. Okay, Erin. Hello. You did a guide this week as well.
I did, and I have a holiday project just in time for Christmas. I made a stocking. It's a really super cute little purple stocking with this unicorn. Inside there is let's see if I can make it a little darker here. There we go.
Yeah.
I've got a circuit playground inside behind the eye, and if you press the button right on the little jewel there, then it will, whoops, of course, I hit reset instead, but it will play a little song. I don't know if you can hear it there, but it's playing Jingle Bells on its little onboard speaker. It's very quiet.
Oh, you can really hear it, yeah.
It's there. You can hear it in person. I know it doesn't pick up too well on the microphone. It's close enough, but it's quiet enough to not be annoying to everybody in the room at the same time, which is nice. So it's just a circuit playground and a battery pack inside. This is a great way, I think, to if you're going to give somebody a circuit playground for Christmas, this might be a really great way to wrap it. And already, it's fun, and it shows anybody who might be opening her stocking in the morning.
I love the jewel on the horn. That makes us an extra wonderful touch.
Yeah, I got some laser cut Adafruit.
Oh yeah, you do. That's so nice.
Yeah, it's just so many little things for my craft drawer. It's always super fun, and it's a super simple project. It's just some craft foam and hot glue. So anything from your craft drawer or whatever, get creative, and it'd be fun to have your kid help you with this as well. So.
Of course. Adorable. All right, well, there's a guide live for that, and very on brand, purple rainbow unicorns.
Yeah.
Always popular. Why not? Just stick with it. It's working out for you.
That's right.
All right, thank you, Erin. Okay, next up, we got so many people. Scott and Scott's screen.
Hello. Yeah.
Wait, your screen. There you go.
Nice. So I bought myself a Jewel scope, which is a recent project for monitoring power. This is the first time I've gotten into it. I haven't done it before, but if we show the overhead there, Phil, for just a sec, and I'll show you what my setup is.
Okay.
Yeah,
So here's the Jewel scope. It's this box is awesome. I looked it up. It's a Hammond box, and it's got PCBs on each end, and they document. Did I knock it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, and it's frozen, but that's okay.
It looks frozen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, that's the front of the screen, or the front of the box that I made. They tell you how to make your own custom front, and you can also see that there's two USBs. One is a USB-B. That's where the signal comes in, and then the USB-A you can connect anything else to. And I added a switch here that allows me to connect and disconnect the data line, so I don't need to use a intermediate cable or a separate cable, which is neat. So what I'm going to do, if you switch back, is I'm actually just grabbing the cable, and you can actually see the power consumed change. But I'm just going to plug it into the Metro that is on my desk.
Okay. Whoa.
And it jumps because of, I don't know, inrush current or something.
Well, it's got to charge up those big capacitors.
Right.
All right. So here you go. What's going on?
So here you go. And I was looking at this. I was like, oh, what is this doing? I have no idea what these little like tiers of stuff are. And then I realized that the Metro is flashing LED codes. So what you're seeing is the first tier is green, the second tier is yellow, and then the 2 blinks for like the line number that CircuitPython does.
Yeah, and yellow is red plus green, so it's white. It goes halfway for green, and then it adds red, so it goes twice as high.
Exactly. So there's 2 elements on there.
Yeah,
and
about
I
6
think
milliamps per. So that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the yellow line is actually the average, and then the bottom red line is the minimum, and the top red line is the maximum. But I'm still all learning how to use it. But I thought that was pretty neat. And the other thing I had was I had a Pi badge on my desk or an Edge badge that I plugged in, and I was like, 200 milliamps, that's a lot. And then I realized that it had a battery on it, so the battery was charging. So I thought that was neat too. But yeah, it's the first step to figuring out how to make CircuitPython more power efficient is being able to measure it.
Okay.
Cool.
Can't improve it if you can't measure it. Now you can measure it. All right. Thanks, Scott. That's
so much, Scott.
Great looking graph.
And for folks tuning in, Ask an Engineer, you'll see a lot of Scott's BLE handiwork and more in a lot of projects that we're going to be sharing.
Oh, that reminds me. Do we have a bunch of people waiting?
We gotta. If you want to do something else, the only thing your screen is frozen.
Yeah, so I'm just going to plug into the Feather here. You mentioned BLE, and I just wanted to show. You can't see it very well, but I had plugged in a BLE device, which is maybe the Circuit Playground, and you can actually see the transmit.
Yeah, little spikes.
That's when it's going like. Hey.
Yeah. So those spikes are the actual transmissions, and this is why we added a what do we call it? The time difference between every transmit. The longer it is, the more battery you save, but the slower your data rate and the higher your latency. So,
okay, trade-offs.
Thought that was super neat. Yeah, you can zoom in. I don't know how to get it to trigger though. Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
All right, thanks so much,
Scott has become lines. All right, next up, JP and JP screen. What are you up to?
Hey, all right. So I'm up to this really interesting project that right now you'll see what I've got on screen is holding a little Circuit Playground Bluefruit with the gizmo on it, and it's in a 3D printed case that I printed based on a Noe and Pedro ornament project. And what you'll see on here right now is this is the icon for a notification from Discord. And if I hit the buttons, first of all, it'll go brighter because we have some screen dimming. And now you'll see I have an icon for the SMS message service. And so I'm scrolling between those two right now. What's happening is this is the Apple Notification Center service. And Scott figured out a bunch of stuff. You mentioned Scott having his hands in our projects. Scott figured out a bunch of stuff about how Apple iOS devices broadcast their notification alerts over Bluetooth to a provider and a client pairing. So the iOS, I've got iPhone in this case, when it gets an alert for something like a SMS message or Discord alert, it's now sending this little message over Bluetooth to my device, and I'm seeing it on the screen. So what's interesting is we're using this as sort of a alert. Hey, you've got something to check out. We're not trying to show the entire message. We're just letting you know that something is going on. So what I'm going to do is over on my phone, I'm going to look at the message. I just looked at my message, and you'll see that display disappeared. Same thing with some text messages I have. If I clear those on my phone, it goes to this status of kind of, hey, there's no notifications right now. As a live experiment, if someone over in Discord can write my name into a message, there it is. That worked really fast.
It's almost like we knew you were going to ask.
You did it. Oh, yeah. So I got a message there. You can see it says, hi, on my phone. And so now if I press that, let's see, log in. If If I press that notification, it goes to Discord and it clears off the notification here. So we're using it as a really simple alert without trying to get fancy and write a bunch of text on there and have you spending all your time looking at it. It's more like a little pocket alert system. I actually have it sort of tethered up to a larger battery over USB, but we can also just plug in one of our little LiPo batteries. And in order to preserve the battery, we're doing some screen dimming. So I can actually go down to pretty much 0. Right now, you'll see this is regular strength and dimmed version of that. So I will have a guide on this coming soon, and I'm going to go over some more details of it on my show tomorrow, as well as the icons and graphics and how you can add other services to it. So that is our little notification gizmo. Oh, and something just happened on Basecamp. So
yeah, I just sent you to do.
I just got it to do a Basecamp. And I'm using our old logo, but if you look on the Adafruit Twitter, you'll see a little funny conversation about us switching or adding the option to use the new Basecamp logo.
I didn't know if you were busy. I just wanted to assign you some stuff.
It works. Okay.
All right.
I hope that's okay.
Okay, cool. Nice to see ANCS. Yes, it is nice.
All right.
I agree. All right, next up, let's check in with Anne. Hello.
Hi. This is a quick one. I went to one of our favorite distributors last weekend, Micro Center, and I picked up the new Ryzen Threadripper processor. So oftentimes you see me with the older computers, but I've really been wanting to remake my main computer here. It's a little old in the tooth. It's a Sandy Bridge i7. So if you look at the chip, I mean, it's huge. I mean, if you've built your own computers, that's more than double the size of, many of the older processors. So, they're not inexpensive, but I think it's going to make a great build. I've got a nice motherboard for it, has all kinds of fancy new features, and you can't have a new computer without a new super graphics card and the whole thing. So Micro Center got my business, and maybe I will be able to show off something really fast, with 24 cores and all kinds of goodness come
video,
first year.
Machine learning stuff, all that.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Anne.
All right.
Okay, next up, Amy. Hi.
Hey, Amy, how's it going?
You ready?
So this is my first time to the show and tell.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is super cool. I'm here, and somewhere backstage is my collaborator, Kate.Baby Face, and we are talking about our project with robotics and feminism. It's a piece called Baby Face, and we are hoping to share a bit of a clip from it.
Sure. Share your screen, and then we'll be able to bring that in. So you have to share the screen through the app.
Okay, great. And let me just click on this. Do you see it there?
Yes, added. Okay, here you go.
Awesome. So I can just play a little bit.
It's a black screen. Is it supposed to be?
Is it playing now?
It's black.
It's black?
Yeah. I hear the audio, but I don't see any video. Might not work because of the way video cards are.
Let me try a different screen just in QuickTime.
Sure.
So sorry.
That's okay. Believe me, DirectX is a problem.
Okay, share screen. So this just shows you the reason we wanted to show you this piece that's in the theater. So this, so now you see it?
You have to share. Oh, wait, here you go. Okay. Yeah, now it's playing.
So this is going to show some brief clips from the theater. can make people laugh and smile. Don't worry. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. I'm happy that my project's successful.
Wow, that was awesome. I love the robotic like spider wings and then the LEDs. That's so cool. So that's what you built for this artistic dance piece?
Yes, and so we're building actually we're calling it an integrated torso sensor with that's going to detect both breath and spinal flexion to trigger various elements on the piece. So in there, we were using side-to-side motion to trigger the lights and then breath to trigger the wings. And so that's sort of the stage performance piece, and we're working on trying to take a full, 20 by 8 feet huge pair of wings that people can come in, wrap themselves in a breath sensor, and trigger the action of this large installation in sort of a similar way to sort of experience some of the themes we have about female performance in technology. And so we're just using a lot of Adafruit tools, and we're looking for sponsors for our installation. And so we wanted to share this. This is a collaboration between my lab at the University of Illinois and an artist, Kate Leidenheim's group, the People Movers. And so
okay, cool. Email us pt@Adafruit, and we'll blog this up so that people can see it. I love it. It's great. I love it's feminine, but it's also mechanical. But it's like she's giving birth to this robot. I love it. But yeah, and don't forget to email support@adafruit.com to send us a link, and also we'll send you a sticker which you can put on one of your fine degrees.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. And thank you, Kate, as well. All right, next up. Kate was a collaborator. Hi, Kate.
Hi. Oh, I didn't know I could go in too. Thanks, guys, for.
I wasn't sure if it was the same.
No, she said they were working together on this project.
Email support and we'll send you a sticker. Sorry to step off. The alarm company was calling me, and nothing's on fire. And everything's happening. We have a guest that's going to show up too, so everything was happening.
It's very exciting here.
So sorry about that.
Sorry about that, but thanks for showing the video. I want to see the whole clip as well, so don't forget to send us a link to Vimeo or wherever it's
I'll
at.
blog it up. If you want to see pt@adafruit.com, I'll do a blog post. I'll get the word out.
Okay, ct@adafruit.com as well as support.
pt@adafruit.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Got it. You guys.
And Amy. All right, next up, let's
if we can get to Richard and then Duke and then Drew and
Dave.
Helen in like a minute each, we can get to everyone this week. So let's go to Duke first.
Hey, Duke.
Duke, take it away. You got 1 minute.
We can't hear you.
Try to unmute then.
Yes. Good.
Okay. Yeah, it's super simple. I wanted to do some stuff with old trinket that I had sitting around. So I digitized my hat.
Good.
And added some flora to it.
Okay.
And the button.
So a trinket, stand a hat.
Yep. Sometimes.
Live demos. We believe you.
Yeah, I've been having problems with the battery.
Oh, it's okay. You want to? Maybe you can come by next week. It's still Christmas for 2 more weeks.
There it goes.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, sparklies.
No. Yeah. Some flora, some conductive thread, and trinket.
It looks great, and people are going to see you come in, and they'll give you some Oreos and milk. So it'll be good for you. Don't forget to email support@Adafruit. We'll send you out a sticker. You can
There's
go
plenty of room on that hat.
On your hat. Thank you. And thank you for demoing so fast, Duke.
Yep.
All right, next up, Richard.
Richard, you got 1 minute. Take it away.
Hey guys, so I've been playing around with some IoT stuff. So this is one of the original huzzahs, and I'm using this thing called Tasmoda. So I've been playing around a lot more with not so much programming ESP8266 devices with Arduino, but loading on prepackaged firmware like Tasmoda and WLED. So Tasmota, I found, is actually really cool because when you flash it to there, it just pops up as an access point. You enter in your Wi-Fi credentials, and you can also enter in MQTT credentials, which it remembers the next time you start back up. But what I found that's really cool is they've started adding this functionality. So basically, you can go ahead and look at all the different pins and change what is on it with input and output devices. So for this one, I've changed it so the button turns on a couple of NeoPixels, and then if I go to the app, let me bring the app back up. It's already hooked up to my Home Assistant, and in the app, like, it's really rudimentary what you can do, just changing colors, changing brightness, and
but effective and easy. No code.
Yeah. So I started making these sensor nodes. These are a little nicer than the ones that I currently had, and realized that I can hook this up to a Node MCU running Tasmota, and hooked up a relay. They're actually used for the sawn-off switches.
All right, you have 20 seconds.
People designed. So I set up my thermostat and my baseboard heater, and so that's been running as like kind of like a Nest thing, but something that I did myself.
Okay, Tasmota Nest.
Yes, I did test this, and it does work on pretty much all the Adafruit Huzzahs as well.
Awesome. All right, thanks for the
so much,
speedy demo. That looks really cool. I'm always excited to see more firmware.
Drew and Helen,
Drew,
you have
play us out.
45 seconds.
Hey, yeah, so just wanted to mention last month we met with the makecode team, and I saw makecode Arcade, and I happen to have a Pocket Beagle with me with this Game Pup cape, which has an LCD on it. So don't have it working right now here, but do have a picture of it working. So the goal is to get it working the same way that it does on the Raspberry Pi. So real quick, here is a video of what it looks like when you're playing it. So hopefully next week I can join, and I'll have instructions that other people can replicate to do it as well if they have a Pocket Beagle in this Game Pup cape.
Awesome. That would be really cool. I love seeing Makecode Arcade.
Yeah, it was super fun. It's cool to see it running on Linux as well.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Drew and Helen. Say hi to Helen from me.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was adventure packed.
All right. Well, we had like a fire alarm. We had
everything was
guests,
going on.
We had text messages.
Thanks for being on the show this week, everyone. We'll be doing the show until next week. Also on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So come by with your projects, retro hardware, all that. We're going to be showing a lot of stuff on Christmas Day, which is 2 weeks from now. But also next week we are doing a show and tell before AdaBox unboxing.
But we'll be here we'll be in the unboxing live, so don't forget to still come by. It'll be a good time.
Ask an Engineer starts in about 30 seconds.
Thank you, everybody.